Hey, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect men doing this work in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled "The Eyes to See," and I was actually inspired by the Akim out there in Mississippi. You know, shout out to them Akim out there. You know, pushing this word in truth, and sincerity, as well as to the other Akim doing this work in truth, and sincerity. And I just want to get into how we always get into how the spirit this fight is spiritually, spirit versus the flesh. And the scriptures in Jude speak about how we are in these chains of darkness, or in prison, which the brother had brought out how we are in prison spiritually. Well, of course, physically with our bodies, being under our bodies being under the so-called white man, but spiritually with our spirit being under subject to our members, that's what Paul said too. How he does things that he ought not. Because basically, and he also speaks. The scriptures also speak about how the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So just spiritually thinking upon it, of how blessed are we, because the Most High have given us those windows or those eyes to see outside. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given us those eyes to see. That's when the disciples, they asked Yahweh Shai about the parables. Why does he speak in parables? And then Yahweh Shai basically said, it is given unto you to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, lest they shall have the eyes to see and the ears to hear and be converted. So we have those eyes to see, the spiritual eyes. Everybody has eyes and ears, but we have the eyes to see. We, like I said, we have those windows that people always say. I believe the scripture said as well that the windows are the eyes to the soul. So now we have light entering in. It's not just how some people just see those four walls, and spiritually speaking, how you're in prison. You just see those four walls, man. That's 2/3 of our people. All right, they don't see past captivity. They don't see past their flesh. The scriptures say how the spiritual, the natural man receives not the things of the Most High. So the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has to give you eyes to see outside of the flesh, man. Then you can see how beautiful this truth is, man. Spiritually speaking, you see the birds chirping, you see how green the trees are, you see the sun, that's that light entering in you, man. The scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter, of how when wisdom is on a man, his face glows, as Moses did when he was receiving wisdom and the commandments from Yahweh, all right, on Mount Sinai. So just, it's just my thoughts on that, man. It's just that, blessed are we, because Yahweh Shah have given us the eyes to see outside this prison, see life outside of this, man. See the white man going down. It looks like we're in prison, but really we free, man. Like I said, you can see how green the trees are. You can see birds chirping, man. Yahweh Shai said, I'm the way, the truth, and the light. So Yahweh Shai, he spiritually set us free, man. He set us free from the bonds of the flesh. Therefore we don't have to no longer live to the lust of the flesh, like Paul said. That we shouldn't live to the lust of the flesh, but basically to the lust of the spirit, man. So that we continually see, man, and have hope that is a way out. Brothers always get into that movie Get Out, and how a lot of Israel's in that sunken place, man. That's basically Esau, being able to control their spirit. All right, but us in the know, all right, we not supposed to sleep, but we supposed to be awoke. So as we see the prophecies coming, we got to continue to stay, keep our mind, our eyes glued, on Yahushua, man. As we see the prophecies coming, as we see him coming to free us, man. You know, getting closer and closer. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You may be in a cell with another cellmate, and you could see that window. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, you could see him coming, man. You're like, you're free. But then the other cellmate looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about? I only see a wall there. You know. So with that, you know, just let's start. For you have the eyes to see, man. We gotta pray to ask Yahweh Shem Yahushua to allow us to continue to see and make the vision brighter, man. As the scripture saying, Habakkuk, make it plain upon table, man. Make it plain upon tables towards us first, man, so that we may be able to make it plain upon tables towards the elect. So with that, Shalom, Israel.